Okay, so just a quick update for the ZBLL series. So as you probably have noticed, for the past couple of videos that I've done, I've been explaining the finger tricks for every single case. And I've realized that this is not very efficient because a lot of the time there isn't very complicated finger tricks for algs. So for example, for this case, it's very simple to figure out that you just want to be doing like this. And if you're at the level where you're doing ZBLL or wanting to learn ZBLL, it's very important that you know these finger tricks just in general. And so if you're at this level that you're learning ZBLL, I expect that you know these finger tricks for most of the cases. Although there are still some cases that are quite complicated, and at least for me personally, it did take a bit to figure out. And for those cases that are complicated, I will still be explaining the finger tricks for those cases. But for the interest of time, I'll just be going ahead and not doing the ones that I don't think are necessary to explain. If you just have a basic a very good understanding of finger tricks and the finger tricks that you should know as a solver who's learning ZBLL. So anyways, this is the ZBLL subset that I'm going to be teaching for this video. And it is just the U diag set, and you recognize that by having these two stickers being the same and these two stickers being opposite. So yeah, and this is the first case. So it's just, all you have to recognize is that there is one bar, and it's right here. That's pretty much it. And here's the alg. So basically, you just take out the back pair, and then you insert it back into this slot. You take it out with RU2 R', and then you put it back in the slot like this. So you do an F move to split these pieces up, do a U', and then insert this pair as if it were a split pair, and then you put this pair back in its slot, and then be done. And then you're done. So the AUF sticker is right here, and again, you just take out the back pair and then put this pair back in as if it were a split pair, and then finish off the rest. This next case is very similar. It is just mirrored to the left side. So instead of the block there being one block and it being on this left side, there's going to be now one block, but it's on the right side. And similarly, the AUF sticker is, instead of being here, it's here. So you can just you can make a rule that for the cases with one bar on either of these sides, the opposite side, the front corner of the opposite side of the block is where you want to look for AUF. But anyways, here's the alg. So similarly to the other case, you take this back pair out, and it's like, it's always going to be like the opposite of this block. So last case it was the back right pair, but because this block is on the right, now take out the back left pair. And similarly to the other case, you split this up with an F move and then insert it as if it were a split pair, and then you do a U move and F. So again, take it out with a U2, F, and then F prime, and then insert it as if it were a free pair or a split pair, and then do that. So this next case is gonna be just where you have also just one block, but now instead of being like right here or right here, for these next two cases, it's gonna be in this area. So for this case, it's gonna be on this part right here, and you're always going to want to hold the case so that you see the block in the back. So for this case, and so that the headlights are pointing to either the right or left side. So for this case, it's in the back, and what I mean in the back is like the back of this side. So like basically like where the headlight's pointing left or right. There's just many ways of thinking about it. But if you have if you had the block like right here, this wouldn't be in the front. So, okay, I really need to redo this one. This one's really bad. So this next case is going to be pretty similar to the last two cases. And also kind of in recognition because there is still just one block. But this time, instead of being like over here or over here, it's going to be on this side. So because it is right here, we put it like this, and we do this out. So you do F, and then you like put this pair, you split it up like this. You take it out as a split pair. You do F, you do these first two moves. Then you take it out as a free pair or a split pair. Do a U move and insert this. You insert this pair like that, and then you just have a U2 insert into the back. And then AUF sticker for this case is going to be right here. So just this corner, you can use either of the two stickers that are not the white sticker. So yeah, that's the alg. So this next case is just the mirror of the last case. But this case is going to be on the left. So you always want to hold the block so that it's on like the back, in the back of the of this three sticker like thing, where three sticker like section of the cube where the block can be. So like for this case, if you put it over here, then the block would be in the front. So you can't do that. You can't hold it from there. So by this rule, and so you would hold it on this side instead and do the alg that goes from this angle, which goes like this. So you do similarly to the last alg. We start with this F and then U, and then take out the back pair as if it were a split pair. And then reinsert this formed pair, the joined pair, like so, and then you insert the back pair with U2 insert. So the AUF sticker similarly is this corner. You can use either of the two stickers right there, and again the alg is, so you take you do an FU to take out this joined pair, take this pair out split, do this and this to reinsert the joined pair, and insert with U2 for the back pair. Okay, so for these next two cases, we are gonna have a very big block and then just a bunch of other pieces. So same thing with this. It's just the mirror. These two are mirrors of each other. So you always want to be holding this big block on the left, with the headlights facing the front or the back. So it's either going to be over here or over here. Yeah. So by that rule, you always hold it from either here if it's the case like this, or over here if it's this case. So for this alg where the block is like in the back, we use the AUF sticker of this edge, and technically this corner works as well, but I would just look for the edge, and you do this alg. So you basically do two algs canceled into each other. You do like the P case from here, cancel it into this alg like this. So what that looks like is doing this. So like that, and then as you can see, we have the H case, and we can just cancel into doing that. So again, we just do that, and then you would do an R, but instead you do an R2 and cancel into doing that alg. For this alg, it's going to be a bit similar in some ways. It's just kind of close to the alg. It's not necessarily a mirror, but it's just quite similar. So for this case, you're gonna just do this S prime, and then take out the back pair, then do this S, and then cancel into. You can kind of see that there's this T case right here, but if you were to insert this pair, you would have this T case right here, but instead you can just cancel into it by doing that. So again, like that, and the AOS sticker is in the same place, and I don't mean by it right here, I mean like in the exact edge that we would be looking for from last case. So this one, and technically this corner, although like I said before, I just like to use the edge. So yeah. Okay, so for these next two cases, it's just going to be the cases where we have two blocks. They're the only cases where you have two of these blocks. And you're just going to hold it so that you can see both of these blocks right here and then right here. Or for this case, right here, right here. Just depends on which case you have, and which one is, basically which case you have. So for both of the cases, you're going to use technically this sticker because it's like mirrors of each other. So for this case where you have the blocks on the right, you're going to use this sticker. For this case where you have the blocks on the left, you're going to use this sticker. And I just use this corner sticker because it's for lack of a better piece. So yeah. So for when you have the two blocks on the right, you're just going to do this alg. You're going to do RU2. You're just going to basically take this out with the RU2 R prime and then cancel it into doing a head or a sledgehammer. Then you're going to do a U move and then insert this pair while doing EO, basically. So all you need to do is this S prime and then insert the pair and then an S. So again, you just take out the pair with RU2 R prime canceled into a sledge. Then you move the pair over, do an S prime, and then insert the pair into an S. So for this case, it's going to be pretty similar, just kind of mirrored to the back. So how it's going to work is this time you're going to do this S prime, take out the back pair, do the S, and then do this thing. So you do R2, and then you do this like hedge thing, or sledge thing? Yeah, sledge. And then you insert the pair again. So again, you take out the pair, you do an S prime, take out the pair, S, and then you do this thing. You kind of have to regrip for it right here. That's like the only thing. You kind of have to regrip your hand. But yeah. Okay, so for this next case, it's going to be kind of similar to the thing where we do like this P case canceled into something else. So for this, it's actually gonna be the T case from this angle where it's like this, where you do like that, cancel into another of the 3 cycle edge OLL. So for this case, it's gonna be this thing. But anyways, how you recognize it is basically you're gonna have like 2 of these what I like to call like arrows, basically, of like you have this piece, and then this piece like kind of in a straight line. And you also have this on that other side of the cube. So you just need to recognize that they're both there. For this case though, you can basically use any of the edge stickers. So I mean, I would normally use like one of these, although it really doesn't matter because there's so many of them. You can kind of just choose one on the spot. But anyways, here's how the alg goes. So like I said, you kind of start with this T thing. But then what you do here is you can kind of see that if you do an R move, it gives you this case. So from here, you can just cancel into this alg. So again, how it goes is you just do this R prime, you do this like T case thing, and then cancel it into this S alg. Okay, so this is kind of where it gets like pretty tricky in terms of the algs. So there are alternatives, but these are what I have found to be the best algs for me. But all the algs are like kind of not great from here. So feel free to look up some on your own time. But yeah. Anyways, I mean, I guess this is on your own time as well. But like outside of this video, I mean. So anyways, for this case, all you're going to need to recognize is that there is this pattern of 3 of the same colors right here, plus the CP, of course, but all the other pieces are going to be solved, technically, except for the corners, of course, because it's a diag swap. But all this is going to affect are the corners, so you can recognize by any of these edges. But I like to use the front one just because I'm already looking there. But anyways, this is the alg. So you do F, U2, and then you split this pair up in a pretty weird way. So you do R2, U2, R2, and then this is a pretty yeah. So you do R2, U2, R2, and then what you want, you do another U, and then what you do from here is kind of tricky. So you do this S, R2, S, S prime, and then from here you're in a pretty awkward position. So this is just what I like to do. I like to do this middle finger and then the R2 and then F, so it looks like this. You can also use your ring finger right here to do that, but what I like to do from this angle, the rest of the alg is like pretty simple, but this one spot I like to do S with index, then or the S prime, and then the U move with my middle finger, and then R2 F. So yeah, kind of complicated, but like I said, this is a pretty hard case to get a good alg for. So you kind of take what you can get. So for these last 2 cases, we're gonna have 2 of these arrow type things that I was talking about. So I guess 1 per case. So they're both gonna have these like arrow things, but for this case, for these 2 cases, they're both either only gonna be on one of the sides of the cube. And so for this one, when it's facing this direction, or when it's like facing one direction. So for this for this case, it would be facing the right, and this one it would be on the left. But you want to hold the arrow so that it's on the right. So that you want to hold like these 3 pieces on the right, no matter what. So now you have either have the headlights in the front or the headlights in the back, and that will dictate which alg you do. So for this case, where we have the arrow like pointing this way and the headlights in the front, you're going to do this. So you're going to do M, U prime, M prime, and then you do this thing. You do through rough, I believe it's called, or like the P shape, and then you enter this edge again with M prime, or M, U, M prime. So again, it's like that. It's not a very tricky alg per se. It's just quite difficult to execute fast, and it's just it's really like the only thing that I found. There's debatably there's other stuff out there, but this is just what I found for me that works. So, or whoops, that is the other alg. Yeah, so for this, when you have the headlights in front for this case, you do that. And now when you have the headlights in the back, what you want to do for this case, you start out the same way, but now you have the head, instead of having this like pattern on the right side, now you have it on the left side, and so you do like that. And then you just insert this edge again like that. Alright, whoops. So yeah, again, you just use this MU M prime, or MU prime M prime to take the edge out, and then do that for that, and then do that. So for both of these cases, we're going to just use the edge of the arrow to so what I mean by that is either this edge or this edge. But anyways, that is basically the end of this video. I hope this was helpful, and thanks for watching.